Hello my friends, today I'm sharing my 54th process video, which is called the before and after, and this is number 5 of 10 for the Work It Wednesday challenge I have going on to make 10 layouts with a kit that I created from my stash. So I've picked a bunch of products from that kit, and there is a video that you can see. I will link it below, where you can see all of the products that I put into this kit. These are just random products that I have in my stash. The photos I'm scrapbooking are 2 photos of me. Yes, both photos are of me. I went from being really light blonde to really dark brown. And it was quite a drastic change, and I don't usually scrapbook myself. I never scrapbook myself, really. So you know, I thought, why the heck not? This is something I want to remember because it was quite the drastic change. So these 6x6 papers that you see me cutting up now, which is going to form the top portion of the back of my layout, those are from the IM collection. The front floral paper is from the crepe paper pad that I'm using, and then this chevron that I'm sticking down now to a white piece of cardstock is from the Dear Lizzie Neapolitan. And then I just cut out the centers of those 2 pieces from the 6x6 pad just because I didn't want to waste them, because they're going to be behind my photo anyway, so I didn't want to waste that. So yeah, basically these are all papers from different collections, and I think they all work together, so that's why I made this kit. So I'm just taking a little piece off of each edge of the page, and I'm gonna mat it on that sort of like a teal, what is that color, like turquoise? I don't even know what the color that is. It's like a minty green aqua color with those pretty pink flowers. So I'm gonna use that to mat the whole thing, the whole background of it. So you're gonna see me do that, and then I will use that piece that I cut out on my actual layout. So you'll see me use that in just a minute. So I'm gluing down this floral, which is a small floral, and then those are my 2 pictures. And then I want to use this frame, which I cut out from that background paper. I thought about angling it, but I didn't like that. I try to angle things just to make it different, but I just don't end up doing it. I don't know why. I just like things to be straight. So yeah. So I'm going now through some cardstock. This is just 12 by 12 cardstock, and I took this paper, which is like a tan shimmery paper. So, and I don't know where that's from. That's just been in my stash forever. So I put that on there, and I'm going to trim down all of the edges on the inside and on the outside of this floral frame that I've created, so that I can kind of place that over that small floral that I have already down on my page, and it'll kind of it'll make it stand out, because if I just place that over floral on floral, it's just going to be way too much. So this will soften that, and will allow me to place that big floral on top of the smaller floral. So that's what I'm doing right now, and I thought about doing that, putting that down, and then starting to build my my background and everything on that. But you're gonna see that I don't do that. I take this and I just trim it around the edges, again, just to create a border around that floral paper. That floral paper is so pretty. I wanted to use as much of it as I could. It's one of those papers that I've been kind of hoarding in my stash forever, so I'm really glad to be able to use it up. And I think I still have another sheet, because those paper pads always bring 2 sheets, so I still have another sheet. So you can see that when I add that that like a tan shimmer paper, it kind of you can use the floral on floral. And then I'm using some foam mounting tape to pop this up so that it pops up off the page. And then I only placed the mounting tape on 2 of the sides, because as you can see, I only have a tiny piece left. You can see it there on the packaging. I only had that tiny piece left. So I went ahead and grabbed some of these pop dots, and then I'm using the packaging, you know, the exterior portion of the pop dots, and then I'm going to place that to add dimension to the rest of my frame because I ran out of foam mounting tape and I didn't realize I don't have any more. So I've been saying I need to buy that for a while, but I just forget when I go to Michael's. So let's see if next time I go I remember. So what I did here was I took little pieces of thin cardboard. I've used this thin cardboard a bunch of times before. I just get this at work for free. So because the foam mounting tape was not quite as tall as the pop dot paper pop dot packaging, I guess. I don't know what to call it. So I'm just using some of that, which I cut into strips, and then I'm just sticking 3 strips together, and then that's going to go behind the foam mounting tape to pop that up. So you know, you got to get creative, you know, when you are missing something, or you need to pop something up. You can always just put something like that thin cardboard behind it and it works. So I'm taking this, this is a lace that I got at Walmart, and I'm just going to place that behind the whole, behind my photos. It's not going to be behind the whole floral, but it's going to be sort of where my photos are going to lay on top of that lace, and that's really pretty lace. And I'm going to take some of this vellum as well, which I am going to place behind my photos as well as another mat for my photos. So there's vellum and there's lace, and you can barely see it, you know, but once you see the pictures, you can see the lace there. It's very, very pretty. I think they have that like where they have the wedding stuff, like wedding decoration stuff at Walmart. So that's where I picked that up. And then I'm just using this little bit of lace. This is one of my favorite lace that I have, and I have just pieces of it left. So I am just trying to use up every bit I can, every bit that I can, and at the same time save a piece because I really, really like it, and I have to get some more. So I thought about going in this direction, maybe using some frames. So right now basically I'm just playing around with embellishments and trying to see exactly what it is that I want to do. So that's what you see me doing right now. I'm just going to kind of fuss with things here and there. I thought about using those Heidi Swap pretty today words, but I don't end up using that. Then I just stick down my ribbon on the back, which I will eventually cut. I will cut it off, the edges off. So I'm adhering down my vellum, and then I'm going to adhere down my lace over the vellum. And then I'm going to take that paper, and do I use that paper? I should really have my layout in front of me when I do this. Oh, and the one thing I won't do here on camera, but you will see in the still shots, is that I do, after I'm done and I've glued everything down, I realize that I never matted my photos on anything. So I do take just white cardstock, and I mat my 2 photos on white cardstock to make them just stand out a little bit more. So you are going to see that in the still shots, and that's the only thing I don't record. So I'm taking these little hangers, these little wood veneer hangers that I love from Michael's. These were in the $1.50 bin a few months ago. I'm going to take those, and I was so happy to be able to use these because other than that one on the right, the gold one that says "You are beautiful," those other ones, I really didn't know how I was going to use them, because those colors are not usually colors that I really work with. So I found it kind of challenging to use those, but I figured I put them in my kit and, you know, challenge myself to use them, because I figured you could always take the little banner off and, you know, make your own banner. So that's why I put them in there. But I did end up using these, so I only have that one left in the package that has the lipstick, which that I don't think I'm going to use. So I'll probably remove that and then just use a little hanger on something else. And I'm just using some hot glue to kind of adhere everything down. And then I decide to place those little banners on the bottom of my photo, and then I'm just using some pop dots to pop those up and give them some dimension. So that's what I'm doing right now. And you can see the photo needs a mat. It needs something to kind of, I mean, it has the vellum mat and the lace, but it needs something to sit on. So that's why I do decide after I'm done and I stopped recording, I said, oh wait, I didn't mat my photos. So yeah, it will go back to that. But yeah, so I'm just adding some twine, some like a pink coral twine to that, and then that's just so that looks like the little hangers are hanging off of that. And then I really wanted to use that ampersand, which, oh my gosh, it's from the I Am collection. These are all little bits and pieces from the I Am collection ephemera pack, and that ampersand matches the little banner, the color in the little banners perfectly. So I really wanted to use that one, and it was perfect for this. And then I thought I was going to use these white little puffy stickers, but when I put them down, they kind of got lost in the page. It really wasn't popping as much as I would have liked it to. So I decided to go another route. So yeah, so I started gluing them down, and I think now that's too, it's blending in too much. So I take these gold ones, which I just got. These are from the Dear Lizzy, the new Dear Lizzy line. So I took those, and I think those worked out a lot better. And it brought in the gold from the little banner and from the ampersand. So the gold, I think, worked out really, really well. So I'm just writing out my title, which is before and after. And these pictures were taken, they weren't taken the same day, but they were taken the same year. I actually have to get the dates. I'm so bad at putting dates on my layout. I do it after, and then, you know, I mean, I can just go into my computer afterwards and search for the date. So that's why it's not a big deal to me, but I should work on getting it done while I'm making my layout so that I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, so yeah, they were taken the same year, so probably a couple months apart. So I'm taking some of these Heidi Swap little gold stickers, chipboard stickers, and then I take all the little dots, the little gold dots, and then I place them alongside my photos. So I really like how that looks, and then that they kind of mimic the little gold dots on the ampersand as well. So so that worked out pretty well. And I'm just looking through everything to see if there's anything else I might want to use. And I decide the XOXO, I thought, what a better time to use this. You know, the XOXO, I mean, unless it's like a Valentine's Day type of thing, it's very, very hard to use. So I thought, why the heck not? You know, hugs and kisses, hugs and kisses. You know, so I thought it's a layout about me, so I can really do anything I want. So that's why I put the XOXO there, and that kind of fills in that space where my neck is. So yeah, and then I'm using some of these enamel dots. Those are Teresa Collins enamel dots, and I use 2 of the little stars inside of the O's. And that's it. So here's the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. Stay tuned because there's more videos. I still have 5 to go for my Work It Wednesday challenge. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I love to hear from you guys. Please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back soon with another video. Take care. Bye-bye.